Hey Millionaire, we're back. My name is Celeste Monet and I am a lifestyle creator. I decided to pursue my own gifts and talents, which are leading me down my own unique path of prosperity. I made this channel to be an example of how important it is to actually discover that gold that's within inside of you and to show you that it actually works, right? Nice to meet you. If that was your first time hearing my personal introduction, and thank you for rocking and rolling with me, family. For those that already know how we get down over here, today's video is like two other videos that I've made on my channel. Here are the thumbnails for those videos. Since January, the month where I totally rebranded my whole idea of YouTube and Instagram, like my brand identity, I began to also shift personally as well. One of those ways included with my skincare. I have never been so intrigued and focused on pursuing what works for my skin until now, mainly because I have eczema skin, and so most of my childhood, most of my life really was surrounded by my prescribed eczema medication, which I got like on a regular basis, probably 2 to 3 times a year. As far as like the rest of my skin, I just knew that I had a very limited spectrum of what I could use because of how sensitive it was, or it is, right? So I just totally avoided using anything other than my ointment for my face and a limited range of lotions and perfumes for my skin because I wanted to avoid flare-ups as much as possible, especially on my skin or on my face. But you know, something changed and I no longer wanted to be boxed in like that, especially as a lifestyle creator. Beauty brands will see my content and want to share their products with me, and it's happening already. I just didn't want to be stuck in that fear of like being afraid of stepping out and having my skin ruined because of an insecurity root and or like a self-esteem factor. So I just didn't want that on my life anymore. For all of my eczema people, this video I think you are going to enjoy. If you don't, obviously stop watching. The whole journey of pursuing content creation was literally my stance on deciding life in my own hands, taking life in my own hands. Not what my parents thought, not what my teachers thought I should do, not what my friends thought I should do. None of those voices, right? Just me, my voice. What is my voice leading, nudging me, telling me to pursue? And this is definitely something I divinely felt called to do. Now pursuing skincare in a different way than what I have been told all of my life was definitely me stepping out of a comfort zone that outside voices literally, yes, had an influence then, but now as an adult, no. This whole journey of rebranding and finding my voice literally is a whole holistic shift, if I can say that. My passions and ultimately becoming unrecognizable has led me down this journey. Now we get to talk about the brand of the brand, the Inkey list. I found the Inkey list while shopping at TJ Maxx. By the way, this is a great place to shop skincare at an affordable price, and I'm talking about any type of skincare. It's going to be discounted at TJ Maxx. Instantly was drawn in by the packaging of the Inkey list. New to this journey, there's people that's been on the skincare journey for years, right? And I think I'm at a good point of entering my skincare journey because I'm at a good age. It's good that I'm tackling it now, you know what I mean? The packaging, like I said, stood out to me simply because, as you can see here, the packaging is very, very beginner friendly, and I love that it tells you the order in which you should layer your skincare. That was already like, okay, the Inkey list, y'all want me as a consumer, because this right here calmed me down, you know what I mean? Navigating the skincare journey on my own has been crazy. I'm recovering from something I did last week, or now 2 weeks, going on 2 weeks now. I exfoliated and I used a clay mask all in 1 week, twice that week. It damaged my skin barrier. So little stuff like that, I'm already experiencing a trial and error, what to do, what not to do. And if I would have never stepped out in faith on this skincare journey, I would be struggling in my 30s and 40s. I also love the Inkey list because if you look at their social media, they are all about prioritizing honesty. They genuinely do not mind their consumers asking them questions, which I love. There's a thing that says that they have labeled or branded, and it's called Ask Inkey list, and it's basically acts away. So their brand message and persona was also comforting to me and confirming me me about why stepping out from what I was used to was a great idea. So now I am fully invested into the world of skincare, and their brand's products is not only popular, well liked, and effective for my skin, but also the ingredients are natural. For me, all I ever needed was natural ingredients to be able to successfully have beautiful skin. I believe that if I also grew up on a plant-based diet, my skin would be like super flawless right now. God works in divine timing. It would have been, easier now as far as skin, as far as like health, whatever. But like I said, God works in divine timing. And 2 years ago, he shifted all of that. I changed my diet and just started pursuing consecration. It was just all destined to happen either way. Okay. Now I get to be an advocate for a whole organic lifestyle that I am pursuing slowly but surely, not for the aesthetics of it all, but simply because it really, really genuinely works for me. My mom recently actually shared with me, if I can give you a personal story, I couldn't drink regular formula milk as a baby. I needed a different type of formula. I think it was like I needed a plant-based formula milk, right? After she told me that, I was like, oh, see, I was always destined to be plant-based. And she laughed. It was kind of like a laugh, like, maybe you're right, I also discovered upon research that dairy is actually a root cause of eczema flares. And guess what? I've had lactose intolerant symptoms all of my life. So the idea that my diet was the root issue of my eczema flare-ups and me solely dependent on my medication to help calm my skin while I ate dairy was that portion of my life. But now that I don't eat dairy anymore, I don't necessarily need to have the medication, and now I can pursue skincare with natural ingredients, if you get what I'm saying, and also like focus on a natural plant-based diet. So God is so good. Brands like the Inkey list are a true gem for me and for you if you also have eczema, acne, oily, prone skin, because they support my new lifestyle. This is like who I was always destined to be. Guess what? Minus the few patches that do come up on my feet. Eczema hasn't even been a problem for me anymore. In the past, I would break out so badly and I was so insecure. Even though they didn't sponsor this video, I'm still publicly saying thank you, Inkey list, for being a representation of what true consumer love and representation and service looks like. I will definitely keep supporting a brand. I also have to say that I love their C50 blemish treatment. This is something that I've used. I love their Ectoin skin barrier serum, another product I've used, and also their famous oat cleansing balm, which I still have and I'm still using. I'm super excited to try more of their products, especially their new release. They just dropped a mist and a milk to oil cleanser. I think I'm gonna stick with their community and just be a part of their ever-growing community until something else happens, okay? And I don't think anything else will happen. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure to give me show me love, give me a like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know your feedback on your personal skincare journey. Any content creation questions that you may have, I would greatly appreciate it, and definitely would love to answer any questions that I can. Stay tuned to next week. I upload every Monday. Have a great day and be blessed. For the past 2 days, I've been using a viral Australian brand called Nutriderm. This vitamin E lotion is one of their best sellers. Since I started my skincare journey in September of last year, I completely stopped relying on my eczema-related products. And literally, the smell and consistency reminds me of my eczema treatment. So nostalgic. This is a great reminder that I am on the right track with my skin. If you have eczema, don't allow any limitations to hold you back. Thanks to Nutriderm for your amazing 20+ years into this industry. I highly recommend for all people with sensitive skin.